Switch it up like it's about to go up, break them like internet. Goofies wanna run up, we leave them in a dead.
You say, okay, I have a lot of money, but you have no money unless you take profits.
When the first ever spot ETF was created for gold 10x.
And the only thing I really knew was Bitcoin at the time, so I just invested very heavily into that. Rode it all the way up.
What's up?
My name is Jeff. Even the creators have said it's going to be the predecessor of CBDC.
What that taught me was that I need to be self-sufficient.
A solid DCA investment strategy, and pretend the red sell button doesn't even exist.
We about to go up like.
Welcome to the DGen Roundtable. Thank you for joining us for a very special show this evening. Here at the DGen Roundtable, we discuss crypto-related stories, topics, economics, and other relevant breaking news stories. Today, we have a very special guest that I'm absolutely stoked to talk to, a very well-known and respected member of the crypto community, an OG Hexican, and someone that has personally been a great mentor to me. And I think I can speak for everybody here at the DGen Roundtable that's been a mentor for all of us. Miguel from Cost Crypto, welcome.
What's going on, you guys? Hey, man, I made it finally.
I know. It's all right. Well worth the wait. And for those of you who don't know Miguel, he's an expert on memes and music, a Pepe fanatic, and a Doge walker. He's also one of the teachers and mentors of the Crypto Mindset course, which we'll get more into later in the show. But welcome, brother. Really appreciate you coming on tonight. How you doing?
Hey, good, man. It's good to see you guys. I've seen you guys were doing this whole show, dude. I love the intro, by the way, man. I'm kind of like a proud papa here seeing the intro. That's nice.
But
yeah,
first time seeing it. That's awesome. Yeah, we're working. We're still tweaking things, but.
So you guys are all the core guys of the show, I'd imagine, right?
Yeah, most of the core guys. We have a couple other people that come on from time to time. A few other people that work behind the scenes, maybe on finding information, especially when it comes to DeFi, GameFi, things like that. But some people like to show their face more than others on screen.
Yeah, the IRS be watching. Not
Ain't everybody. And just so you know, nobody in the government dislikes this show. We are for COVID lockdowns. Okay. We are for Joe Biden. Okay. I'm just kidding.
I was like, I'm out of here, man. I've taught you nothing.
Scratch that. Reverse it. But so we have a few topics we want to talk to tonight. But just we have some people here that might not know you, even though you're pretty well known. And you know, we've all been part of the Crypto Mindset course before, and I know I've been part of quite a few myself, and that's where I really got to know you well. And wouldn't be here, wouldn't have the knowledge I have without you and Charlie, and so I'm really thankful. And that's why we wanted to have you on here tonight, just as a mentor and someone that we really respect in the community.
Well, hey, man, I appreciate it, man. Yeah. So I guess for people who don't know me, I'm Dollar Cost Crypto. I started in the crypto space back in 2016. But my first encounter with crypto was back in, I would say 2011 or so, maybe 2012. It was during the time when Silk Road was still in full effect. I was trying to buy some weed with some Bitcoin and stuff. I couldn't do it because I didn't at the time I didn't have a credit card or a debit card or anything. And I wasn't able to really purchase any Bitcoin. So, but to me, even back then, it seemed really interesting because I was like, wow, this thing's useful. Internet money to buy stuff. That seems really cool. I was basically trying to give my friend like, yo, here, bro, here are free $100. I'll keep $100 as Bitcoin because I think it's cool. And, you know, you just keep the weed. I don't care. Right. But, you know, we kind of chickened out, didn't do it. And a couple of years later, after I'd been in equities for about the same amount of time, basically. Right. This YouTuber I was watching from back in the day, I think it was Jeremy from the Crypto Education Channel, or from the stock. I think it was like Financial Education Channel. I'm sorry. He kept shit talking Ethereum and Bitcoin just because obviously I think it was probably like, you know, not liking the competition from stocks to crypto. And then he had just once again just said it again. And I was like, what the hell is going on? And then I saw the prices and my mouth like dropped to the floor. I was like, oh my God. This is like where the hell have I been? And then from that moment on, I completely left equities and went straight into crypto, full on. I stopped my DCAs and went full on to crypto at that point. And that was December of 2016. So yeah, that was hit the Pepe. That's right.
That's really awesome that you actually you got into Bitcoin because you wanted to go buy weed. That's awesome.
Well, yeah. Well, it's. I mean, if I'm just being honest, like it was. I mean, obviously now it's legal everywhere, right? But like, I didn't even smoke weed. It was just kind of like my buddies kept trying to buy it, and we were just basically like, I was always trying to be a problem solver. So I was like, okay, how can we solve this problem? Because these drug dealers are like sketchy as fuck, and I don't want to be anywhere near these guys at all. So so we were just looking, and then we saw some Vice articles and we saw some stuff on this. We're like, dude, let's look into it. So we were all the way in there, but we couldn't acquire any without having like a credit card or a debit card, and they were all scared and stuff. So we just never ended up doing it and stuff. And this is why like I preach so much about financial education, because my dorky ass would have 100% been in crypto since then, basically, because like I was already thinking of like, damn, this thing could go to like $20. That's what I thought in my head, because like, I mean, the Bitcoin, I really don't believe Bitcoin was more than a couple dollars at the time. So yeah, pretty. I mean, but it is. I mean, it is what it is. Like if you've been in crypto as long as I have and stuff, like you can't like imagine the amount of times you would have been a multimillionaire. No matter what, because you would have, if I had done this, if I had done that, but that's not, you'll end up driving yourself crazy if you think about it.
Yeah, it's interesting. The first time I heard about Bitcoin, one of my coworkers was talking to me about it back in 2012, 2013. I've told this story, so I won't tell it again. But I was like, what's this fake? You can't create a currency out of nothing in a computer. And I couldn't have been more wrong. So yeah. So you've been in crypto a long time, Miguel. What's the hardest lesson you've learned, and what took you the longest?
I guess it's always darkest before dawn, basically. It's like right when you want to give up is basically the time you should not want to give up. I mean, it's so counterintuitive. It's like when your body's telling you you're starving and you just got to power through it, pretty much. I mean, during the last bear market back in like 2019, it just felt like all my money I was putting into crypto was just evaporating. Completely evaporating. Like every coin I was buying just kept going down. Like I would put $500 into a coin as a DCA, and the next week that same $500 was worth $200 or $180. And I was just like, oh my God. And I was really struggling. I was working as much as I could, like really sweating for my dollars. And every dollar I kept putting into the market kept like evaporating, basically. But I didn't give up because I'd done my research. I believed in these coins, and it ended up working out because that was the bottom, basically. That was in February of 2019. And from there, it just started going all the way up and stuff. It was pretty incredible. Most people were probably in heavy losses, but because I was accumulating and I did a couple of good trades, I was back at like all-time 2017 profits in 2019 by middle of 2019, which is really nice.
I mean, that's fantastic. And if you think about 4-year cycles, 2019 to 2023, where does that leave us? One of the hardest bear markets we've seen in a long time, one of the bottom of those bear markets. And a lot of people are a little afraid to purchase right now. What would you say to them?
Good, more for me. I mean, I bought recently. I bought the Hex low, the E Hex and P Hex low. I bought the Pulse Chain low. I did my first DCA into Pulse X, LOL, when it broke below 10. And then from there I bought. I mean, we as a course, and as a student stuff. We were like the last crypto mindset event we did out in Vegas. About a couple weeks afterwards, we bought the low on Ethereum and Bitcoin. We had $15,500 Bitcoin. We had sub $800. I only bought $800 Ethereum. A lot of guys bought $700 Ethereum. Son of bitches. This kept rubbing it in my fucking face. But like, it happened pretty early in the morning and stuff. But still, you don't have to get the all-time low price. But I mean, you're just awake on that day. You're going to buy some crazy low price that everyone's going to be like, what? Like people don't even believe me on like from the last cycle that like once you've been in crypto a long time, you start noticing that a lot of charts, as well as the prices that coin market cap, CoinGecko, even Dex Screener lie. They actually don't really record the real, like the absolute low prices. Because if you're actually awake on that day, you actually see lower and higher prices than it actually says. Because once you go back in the historical data, it's not as high or low anymore. They kind of like even it out a little bit. It's kind of very strange. Like I saw on most exchanges, on most dexes, I saw Ethereum at $5,100 plus. at the all-time high. But you look right now at Ethereum at all-time high on all dexes and stuff like that, or on Dex Screener, or you look on CoinGecko or Nomics when it existed, it was $4,800. They kind of like, I don't want to call it whitewashing, but they kind of like chart wash history a little bit, right? But I was able to purchase like sub $80 Ethereum. And it doesn't say that for like the all-time low and stuff for Ethereum, but I legitimately did it, and so did a lot of other people, right? But it just is what it is.
I mean, we even saw that in PulseX when they first launched. Some of the ratios that we were trading at don't show up on the charts. They're not there, but I know for a fact that they were there because I traded them. So it's the same thing, I think. Before we get into more questions, I just want to give a little bit of an introduction to each of the guys on the show.
Sure.
First, I want to give a thanks to Josh and Jen behind the scenes running production for us, and couldn't do the show without you guys. My name is Brendan. I am Anonymous Bean Crypto. Follow me at anonymous_bean on Twitter. And we're just really thankful for all of you here today. Maybe the first time you've joined the channel. And really our goal is just to help people not find the pitfalls that we found, and maybe to give you some knowledge to help you grow as a person and grow as someone that can be self-sufficient, self-sovereign, which is something we've been taught in our time. So Agent J, give us an intro, buddy.
Oh, I mean, come on now. Like our guys know us here, and to be quite honest with you, I'm more interested in talking to Miguel and getting more insight from him than introducing myself. But there was something that Miguel really said earlier that kind of caught my curiosity, right? Because he said when he first invested into crypto, right, that overnight the prices would drop so significantly that he'd have like maybe 50% of what he had invested in the first place. Miguel, I know that you've spoken about this in prior streams, right? That you came from like the traditional investing space, right? That's what you were learning about in the beginning. So like, how did you make that transition from there to crypto, especially when the money you're investing, you would see it drop so significantly, which is in stark contrast to the traditional space, right? You wouldn't see 50% drops overnight so frequently when you're investing in like traditional stocks and bonds. So when you saw that kind of extreme price volatility, like what made you stick to it?
Well, so initially, like here's what happened is that when I came into crypto, I came into crypto at a really great time. It was December of 2016, and the prices were only going up every month. Like, I mean, it was just like there was no like down like day, or like the most down day is like, oh, I was at this much profit and it's only down a little slightly up, and then it would just go higher. So my first year was like I was in full bull market, and I was buying